Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my fourth live stream. Today, I'm going to revisit all of my videos on this channel in case anybody has any questions, needs to know something specific. You have any questions about right now? Is the audio on? Yeah. Okay. So the last video I made was about verbs in one sentence. And to be able to use two, you should first learn how to use a little different depending on the pronoun. The beginning is different, and the beginning is always the same, but the ending can be different. So, for example, you would say بشرب. He drinks. هو بيشرب. So you can see that the b is always in the beginning, okay? But the difference is in the ending. We use be when we're using the simple tense, the present simple, and it's also used sometimes for the continuous. As I said once before, the continuous and simple overlap sometimes. So sometimes you would use the same word to describe the continuous and to describe the simple. And this is something that can be a little confusing, but over time, as you use the language, it should be okay. So I have the list of videos that I've made right in front of me, right here, and I'm going to look at each one of them and speak briefly about that. And if you have any questions, if anybody's watching, I think just one person, hello, then I'll explain that and your questions. So I'm going way back. I made many videos actually. Okay, let's go to Arabic. Pronouns. Let's begin with the pronouns. So the first thing you need to know about the Arabic pronouns is that we don't have it. There is no such thing as it. We use either he or she. How? Because everything in Arabic has a gender. Everything is gender based. So let's say, for example, the word for table is tarabiza, and in Arabic this is a feminine word because it ends with ta marbuta. There's this ha sound at the end. Tarabiza, ha. So when the word ends with ha, this ha sound, it's feminine. Of course, we have some exceptions, words that don't end with ha and are still feminine. So when the word is feminine, we say she, okay? If you try the table, okay? And so this is the first thing you need to know about the pronouns. So in Arabic, we have I, ana, and then we have three U's, three U's. We have one U for a male, U for a female, and you for a group of people. It's the same word, but the ending is slightly different. So ta going up in ta, this is you for a male. You're speaking to a man or a boy. I'm going inta. And then for a female, you would say inti, going downwards. Inti. Upwards and downwards, those are the details that you would see around words sometimes in Arabic. You would see a word written and there's like this small dash and circle and stuff. This is what I mean by going up and down, okay? This is a very detailed topic. You don't have to think about that. Just remember the pronunciation. So inta, male. Inti, female. Okay? And then into, you, plural. So inta, you, male. Inti, you, female. Into, you, people. It depends on the person, where you come from. And this is actually how we say it in the formal Arabic, which is MSA, Modern Standard. The Arabic in the books, okay? In the books is different than in the mouths. Okay, so now pronouns. We have then he and she. He is king sign. It looks like a W, like It's a double w, ho, and then wa. Okay, it isn't one. If you say it once, it sounds weird. And this is something that you need to master because if you don't, sometimes some words can mean something different. For example, let me give you an example about that. If you've seen my video about the morning routines, I said I brush my hair or I comb my hair. I said بسرح شعري. So would be different. It would mean that my mind is drifting. So you would literally say my mind is drifting and then my hair. So you would make completely no sense. And the word is بسرح. بسرح. Okay, not بسرح. So بسرح, one r, بسرح. This means when I say أنا بسرح, this means my mind just drifts. Okay, when you're just thinking about something and your mind drifts, and then somebody is like, "Hey, hey," and you don't hear them the first couple of times. بسرح. Okay, and then بسرح, double r. This means you're brushing your hair. So that's something that you should, look at when you're learning the language. Okay, so let's go back to the pronouns. Ho, ho. Okay, he, ho, and then feminine. Hey. It has the same thing, shadda, which means double pronunciation. Hey. Okay. In books and in the formal Arabic in the books, they say hiya, hiya, but Egyptian we say hiya. Okay, hiya. It's like hiya. And then there's no it, as I mentioned. After that, we have we and they. We is ihna. This is a little different than the formal we, which is nahnu. It's a little different. Ihna. Ihna. There's the ha, 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 ha. Comes from here. Ihna. Ihna. We. And then they. Humma. Humma. I hope everybody can see and hear me because I don't see any any comments or anything. Okay. Anyway, أنا أنت أنتي أنتو هو هي إحنا هما. Make sure you really memorize those, okay? So, this was the first topic to cover, pronouns. And there is nothing to understand really. All you need to do is just memorize them. They're easy, memorize them. And remember those endings, because those endings are sometimes the same endings as verbs. Okay, so we'll just take a quick look at the list of videos that I've made so that I can see the second topic I'm going to discuss. Okay. What do we have? Yes, thank you. Sound is good. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Moira Goldsmith. Okay, so the next video was about some sentences in the past. I jumped from pronouns to sentences right away. I guess it's good for people who are more advanced, I guess. But then after that, there are the numbers. So I would like to discuss the numbers because in Arabic, numbers are different than English. But what I mean by different is that we use them differently. So in English, you would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you would say 5 chairs, 6 chairs, just the same numbers and all that, counting and all. But in Arabic, it's kind of different. So there are more details. So I did mention before that for example, when you're counting, let's count from 1 to 10 first. 0 is صفر صفر صفر. واحد, it is supposed to be th, like the th sound in English. The word thing, for example, the same sound, same sound, same sound. So in Egyptian Arabic, we choose an easier pronunciation, which is t. So واحد, it, اثنين, ثلاثة, أربعة, أربعة, خمسة, ستة. The double pronunciation. Notice that it's very counted up to 10. Let's see how we would count something. Let's say, for example, I have, let's use the same words in the video. I used kalb, which means dog, okay? Kalb. And I wouldn't say, if I say form of, thank you, Ursula. All right, thanks. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, counting. Okay, so let's say, for example, kalb, which means dog. The plural is kileb, okay? So let's say 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3, okay? Kalb. Okay, we don't need numbers. Kalb. And then we have the pair mentality. So everything is singular, pair, and plural, not just singular and plural, okay? So we would always say in at the end. Up till now. 1, no need. 2, no need. So kalb, kalbain, and then 3 dogs. First, the plural is kilab, kalb, kilab. Okay, that's the plural for dog. 3 dogs is talat, kilab. The number is talata. That's the normal number. But 3 dogs, no. We remove the at the end and we say talat, not talata. Talat, kilab. أربعة كلاب, not أربعة. No. أربعة كلاب. 5. خمس كلاب, not خمسة. خمسة, feminine, normal numbers. Masculine, counting things. خمس كلاب. ستة, normal number. 6, but counting. ست كلاب. ست كلاب. 6 dogs. Okay, let's say, for example, I saw 6 dogs. أنا شفت saw شفت أنا شفت 6 كلاب وأنا ماشي في الشارع. This is something that I noticed actually while I was making some pictures for my Instagram page. Egyptian Arabic Mimo, by the way, that's the page. And it's while I was doing something or while I'm doing. In Egyptian, we say wana. Wana, basically, we say and I to say while I am doing something. It's strange. I know. I just noticed it. So, أنا شفت 6 كلاب وأنا, this means while I was, وأنا ماشي, while I was walking, وأنا ماشي في means in, في الشارع. شارع means street. أنا شفت 6 كلاب وأنا ماشي في الشارع. Okay, and this is very normal in other countries. I don't really know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It depends on where you live or which country you live in. But in Egypt, it's normal to see dogs and cats all over. Some donkeys sometimes. It's okay. So 7, counting, is sab'a, but the number is sab'a. So sab'a and sab'a. Okay. سبع كلاب. سبع كلاب. Let's do it like this. سبع كلاب. Counting تسع كلاب. No h at the end. Number 10. Counting. We don't use the plural anymore. What? Yeah, this is how it works. So, let's count from 10 to 20. So 11 is 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So basically, between 10 and 20, it's the masculine number from 1 to 10, and then we say ashar. Okay, so saba, which is 7, masculine 7, and then tashar. Saba, tashar. Taman, tashar. Taman, not taman. Taman, tashar. Tisa, tashar. And then ashreen, which is 20. Ashreen. Okay, so let's say 11 range, but this is how it works. So, أنا شفت, I saw, 11, normal number, كلب, singular form. أنا شفت 11 كلب وأنا ماشي في الشارع. This means I saw 11 dogs while I was walking in the street. But if you translate it literally, it would mean I saw 11 dog, just dog, 11 dog. Okay, while I was walking. So 12 كلب, 13 كلب, 14, 100, 100 كلب, 200 كلب, 2000 كلب. Yeah, it goes up until infinity, I guess. Let me think quickly. 1000 كلب, 2000, 3000 كلب, 10,000 كلب, 100,000 كلب. You never say anything different, okay? So this is counting, the difference between counting and the difference between just saying the numbers normally. Oh, people are leaving. Okay, so after the numbers, I talked about the prices of things. So Egyptian Arabic prices. Well, if you just learn the numbers, I think you should be okay. But there is a numbering system, of course. When you say, for example, 26 in Arabic, it's different. We begin with the smaller digit first. So we say 6 and 20. We say ستة وعشرين. و means and. So ستة وعشرين. Okay, it's just like German. If you can speak German, they would say 26. So 6 and 20, just like in Arabic. ستة وعشرين. There are many interesting systems in languages. You will find very strange numbering systems all over. Okay, it's a very interesting topic that you guys should check out. Yeah, so the prices. The question is just one word. You would say became. Cam means how many. Okay, cam, how many. You can say cam also. If you say be cam, this be at the beginning, it means with. So instead of saying how many friends do you have? You would say cam. You would use the word cam. But if you'd like to know with how much or how many, how much money or how many money, we don't say how many in English. I mean, I'm just trying, okay? With how much of money. So we would say be cam. Okay, bit. This bit means with how much. So became. And then if you'd like to say how much is this, this depends on the gender. It can be masculine, feminine. So became di, which is how much is this for feminine, became di, or became da. So remember, if you've watched from the beginning, I said da going up is masculine you, like inta. And going downwards is feminine, so inti. So became di or became da. Okay, it's all the same. It all connects eventually. السلام عليكم. ازيك يا باشا? Alhamdulillah. How are you? Subhan. Nice. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. How's it going? Okay. Prices. Became the. And plural, how much are those? Became dol. Became dol. Or you can say dol became. Arabic is very flexible. You can move the word around and you can be understood pretty much. It doesn't work with everything, of course, but you can say dul became or became dul. Alhamdulillah, ana كويس. That's good. So this is a very good example that you should learn. If you'd like to say how are you, is zayak. And in the comments he said is zayak because I am a male. Zayak going up. But if you're speaking to a female, you would say is zayik going down. So zayak, zayik. And then ازيك يا باشا. Basha, this is a very common word that we use, which is like a high title. I don't really know the translation for Basha, but we say it all the time. It's very Egyptian. And أنا كويس, this means I'm good or fine. And if I were a female, I would say أنا كويسة. أنا كويسة. Okay. And this brings me to speak about the difference between a male speaking and a female speaking. Okay. The difference here is very small. All right. So what is happening right now? I'm, for example, thinking or speaking or watching something. And but you have to keep in mind that the form of the verb is also something that you should know first. What am I saying? I said before that the simple form and the continuous form, they overlap. So sometimes we use the same word to describe the continuous and the simple. If that's the case, then there is no difference between feminine and masculine. Okay, an example is the best thing for you to understand. So I am, this is the simple form always, but sometimes continuous. So أنا بتكلم دلوقتي. I am speaking right now. As a female, I would use the same word. أنا بتكلم دلوقتي. Yeah, Basha, I understand it as you, sir. Sort of army style, almost jokingly. Actually, it isn't army style. Basha isn't used in the army. In the army, they use yeah, more of a acquaintance thing, like people who know each other, or maybe they don't know it. It's just a word that it used to be like a title in the old days, like in the because Egypt used to be a kingdom, and there were like all these different titles, and everybody was Basha, and it just we just keep using it. You know, like, I don't know about history or anything. I don't care about that. Um, as I was saying, what was I talking about? Oh my god. Yeah. So the continuous and the simple. All right. Sometimes the words overlap. So the same word can be used for both tenses. And if that's the case, masculine, feminine, all the same. There is no difference. أنا بتكلم, and then a girl would say أنا بتكلم also. It's the same. But if the form is different, if it's there's a in the middle, like for example, أنا ماشي, أنا قاعد, أنا واقف. But if you say بمشي, this means I walk simple, not walking, it's walk. So if the form is then a female would sound different. Okay, so as a male, أنا ماشي. As a female, أنا ماشية. We added the ta marbut, a circle with two dots. Okay, and this letter is always related to feminine. If the word has it at the end, it's feminine. If you're a girl, you use this letter to say your continuous words. Can the word can it and can be used as present? Used to and not in past. Give me an example, please. And so I read in Quran and it is used as used to. What is used to? You mean used to with a D? I used to? What do you mean? I used to? There's nothing called used to in English. So the form there's a in between. A female or a male? Yeah, it just means was. In this kind of Arabic, Quranic Arabic is it's a very high level of Arabic, so I wouldn't want to say anything about that. So let's focus on Egyptian, if that's okay, because it can be. I wouldn't want to make mistakes in that. Okay, if I make mistakes in Egyptian, that's okay, but in this, no. But to answer your question using Egyptian Arabic, can, it just means was, okay, in the past. Can it, we use, it's the same word was, but for a female. For example, I would say she was happy. هي كانت مبسوطة. He was happy. هو كان مبسوط. Okay? Okay, good. So the difference between a male speaking and a female speaking isn't very big. It's only different when when you're using the continuous. In which form? In the form. ماشي واقف قاعد. So it's different there. And it's also different when you're describing, like when you're using an adjective. So for example, beautiful. The word for beautiful is جميل. And for beautiful again, feminine, جميلة. So that's the other difference. But it isn't really related to a male speaking or a female speaking, right? So if you're speaking as a male, the verbs you're using, they're only different when they're continuous. Hey, finally get to watch you live stream. Awesome. Aliyah Muhammad. Your name is Arabic. You don't you don't know Arabic? Tell me. So when you're speaking, your verbs, that's the only difference, okay? As a female, you use the word for want is only in the simple. I am wanting, I think this is a common mistake, but I want, this means you want something right now, right? I want to eat, I want to drink. It depends on the context, of course. But in Arabic, we have two forms. We have the form which is I want something. There's the sound. Ana عاوز, which means I want something right now. If you're a female, ana عاوزة. We put the ta marbut, a circle with two dots. You are my best teacher of Arabic, especially Egyptian dialect. Thank you. No, I've converted to Islam. That's great. And it's my Islamic name. I want to live in Egypt, inshallah. Yeah, that's great also. Congratulations on your conversion. I will ask you many things. Yeah, give me questions. That's good. Okay, Aliyah, if you have any questions, let me know right now. So, what was I saying? I always forget. What was it? أنا ماشي. Yeah, ماشية. So want. We have the two forms. For the simple, we say بعوز. So for example, you can say I always want these things while I'm working or while I work. أنا دايما means always. أنا دايما بعوز. This means I always want. أنا دايما بعوز أشرب شاي. قبل ما أشتغل. أنا دايما بعوز I always want أشرب to drink شاي tea. قبل before ما what's ما قبل ما أشتغل before I work. Oh yes, I remember the explanation for ما. Illi. Yes, that's a good word. So let me explain ma first. Ma is all over the language. When we're negating, when we want to negate a verb, you would say, let's say, أنا باكل, I'm eating. أنا ما باكلش. So it's باكل, but we say ما before it and then sh after it. So أنا ما باكلش. أنا ما باكلش. I don't eat. This is one usage for ما. Another usage would be when you're speaking about a time, okay? Like before, after, when. Some like there's a time reference. So for example, let's say I ate before I met you. I ate. أنا كلت. أنا كلت. قبل before ما أشوفك. I ate before I saw you. If you translate I saw you by yourself, I ate by yourself, and put them right after each other in a big sentence, it's wrong. Okay? I saw you. أنا شفتك. أنا شفتك. This is I saw you. I ate and أكلت. Let's put them together and show you the mistake. أنا أكلت قبل أنا شفتك. Wrong. We would say أنا أكلت قبل ما أشوفك. Okay? So we used ما and then we used the second verb conjugation. Go watch my last video. Go. And you'll understand and you'll know how to conjugate for the first and second verb. The first verb is always like we used to do in my other videos, the same. But the second verb, there is a different beginning for every person. I think 3 of them are the same. It's okay. You can remember. So أنا أكلت قبل ما أشوفك. I ate before I saw you. Okay, so this is the second way we can use ma. Now here Subhana is asking me the word illi. The word illi is a relative pronoun if you're good with grammar. What's a relative pronoun? Because some people don't know about that or don't know grammar. It's when you say, for example, who, which, that. So the person who told you. This is the relative pronoun, who. The car that I use. That is relative to the car. It's talking about the car. Who, which, that, where, when, all of this is just one word in Egyptian Arabic, illi. Illi. For example, this is the person who I play with. Let's say, هو ده. He. هو, he, ده. Remember, ده, this. هو ده. الشخص. شخص means person. هو ده الشخص اللي أنا بلعب play معاه with. ده الشخص اللي أنا بلعب معاه. اللي. Let's say you're speaking about a car. هي دي. This is but feminine. هي دي العربية. العربية means Arabic in standard Arabic and it means car in Egyptian. In Egyptian, the word for Arabic is عربي. عربية? No, it means car. So هي دي العربية اللي that اللي أنا اشتريتها. دي العربية اللي أنا اشتريتها. This is the car that I bought. So اللي is who, which, that, where, when, relative pronouns. Alaya said, so it's like an between verbs in Fusha. Yeah, you could say that. أريد أن ألعب. I want to play. Yes. أنا عاوز ألعب. أنا عاوز آكل. أنا بحب. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So let's go to another topic. شكرا أوي. Yeah. Sometimes people say شكرا أوي. Okay. So the next video is about verb to be and verb to have. So verb to be, what is verb to be in English? Am is are, was were, future will be. But there's a good thing in Arabic. Verb to be isn't used in the present. So there's no verb to be in the present, which is good for you. Something that you don't have to memorize or use or learn how to use. So like if someone says, what do you mean we don't use this in the present? Let me give you an example. In English, you would say, I am happy. But if you'd like to say that in Arabic, the literal translation would be, I happy right away. Okay, it doesn't make sense in English, but it makes sense in Arabic. So happy is فرحان, مبسوط, سعيد. Let's say مبسوط, okay? أنا مبسوط. I'm happy right now. If you would like to say, if you're a female speaking, you would say أنا مبسوطة because it's an adjective. You're describing yourself. So as a female, you would say مبسوطة. Ha. تاء مربوطة. Circle two dots. Easy to remember. In the past, we use verb to be, and in the future, we use verb to be. What is verb to be? It's can. I was just asked about that word, can. Verb to be is also conjugated depending on the person. So, أنا كنت. أنا كنت مبسوط. I was happy. أنت, you male, أنت كنت مبسوط. أنت كنت مبسوط. We use the same word مبسوط. It doesn't change. Yay, no changes. Inti, you female. Kunti. So see, now verb to be is a little different. أنا كنت. أنت كنت. Inti kunti. See? The same ending. T. Kunti. T. Inti kunti. I am from India working in Nauman. Egyptian guys in my office call me small Egyptian. Yeah, I know you. I know your comments. I see them all the time. Thank you. That's good. Small Egyptian. Okay. So, كنت. أنا كنت. أنت كنت. أنتي كنتي. مبسوطة. So we used the feminine happy and the feminine verb to be and the feminine you. Everything is feminine in this sentence. أنتي كنتي مبسوطة. And then into kuntu. See? Kuntu. So it's the same ending as the pronoun. Into kuntu. And then happy plural is mabsutin. Into kuntu mabsutin. Into kuntu mabsutin. And then huwa, which is he. Huwa kan. Upwards, male. Huwa kan. Mabsut. Okay. هي feminine. هي كانت مبسوطين. احنا احنا كنا. See, same ending as the pronoun. احنا كنا مبسوطين. So if you notice the adjective for happy, it has three forms: male, female, plural. Of course, singulars, male and female singulars, and then plural. What about pairs? Just use the plural. Okay, let's just keep it simple. All right. Humma. And we would say humma anyway. They. Okay. We don't have a pair pronoun. We don't. That's good. Okay, so that's verb to be in the past. What about was and then verb? This is was and then adjective. I was happy. Happy is an adjective, describes your state. Okay. What about was playing, was thinking, was this, was that? What would that look like? So let's say, for example, I am eating. أنا باكل. Continuous is أنا باكل. Means I'm eating right now. Okay. And it also means I eat in general. أنا باكل كل يوم. Okay. Anyway, they overlap. The same conjugation in the present. أنت بتاكل. أنت بتاكل. أنت كنت بتاكل. Same word. And then inti, feminine. كنتي بتاكلي. So now you were eating. Inti kunti btakli. Actually, I said it as a question because in Egyptian Arabic, questions are the same sentences, no changes, but depending on the tone. If your tone goes up, it's a question. Now, as a statement, inti kunti btakli. You were eating, for example, when I came in. Inti kunti btakli lamma ana jit. But as a question, inti kunti btakli? Inti kunti btakli? Now it's a question, right? It's because I changed my tone. I think this is something which is in all languages. Your tone changes when you ask questions. So, inti kunti btakli? Romain, with the modal verbs, must we say the pronouns? لازم or أنا لازم, عاوز, أنا عاوز. You can say them or not. It's up to you. You don't have to. But there's one thing. You don't need to say them because the verb lets you know who you're speaking about. Okay? So for example, لازم, أنا لازم آكل. Or if you say لازم آكل, they know that you're speaking about yourself because you said آكل. And a is always used with I. Okay? So from the verb, you can know. You don't need it. Okay? You don't have to. But if you say it, it's fine. No problem. I was, or أنا I was. You can say I was. For example, a kid would always tell his mother, I was أنام, which is I want to sleep. He doesn't say أنا I was أنام. It's okay. You can say it or not. It's up to you. Thank you for the question. So anyway, back to the topic. أنا كنت باكل. أنت كنت بتاكل. أنتي كنتي بتاكلي. Into كنتوا بتاكلوا. You plural were eating. هو كان بياكل. He was eating. هي كانت بتاكل. إحنا كنا بناكل. هما كانوا بياكلوا. They were eating and all that stuff. Okay. There is another. I don't really know if I should go this deep into details, but there is another form which is quite similar to the past perfect in English. I had eaten, or you had already eaten, or something like that. So in Egyptian Arabic, this use for had and have in English is actually used with the verb to be. Was, ate. Okay, if you translate literally. So that would mean that I, like at that time in the past, I had eaten. Okay, أنا كنت كلت. خلاص. خلاص means like finished or already. أنا كنت كلت. So we use the past form of the verb with verb to be. أنا كنت كلت. أنت كنت كلت. أنت كنت كلتي. أنتوا كنتوا كلت. هو كان كل. هي كانت كلت. Okay. So at that time, when I saw her, she had already finished eating. لما شفتها, لما which means when I saw her, لما شفتها, هي كانت كلت. She had eaten. In Arabic, we say verb to be instead of have or had. So we would say هي كانت كلت. هي كلت. She ate. هي كانت كلت. She had eaten. Okay. هي كانت كلت. But I'm just forget about this topic. I haven't even made a video about that yet. Ha. Okay. All the verbs. So kun is ha kun. Ha kun. أنا هكون مبسوط. I will be happy. أنتي هتكوني. أنتوا هتكونوا. So it's the same conjugations as before, but we just say ها before the word. هكون, هيكون, هتكون, هيكونوا. Another question, how do we know if the negation is the one or two part? Example, أنا مش باكل or أنا ما باكلش. Yeah, that's a good question. So there are two ways to negate in Egyptian Arabic, but those two ways don't always work. Okay, it depends on where you come from in Egypt. But anyway, you can use both in the present. So for example, أنا مش باكل. I am not eating. Or أنا ما باكلش. But the meaning is slightly different. Let's use a different word because this is going to confuse you. That's a good question. I need to organize this in my head to be able to give you a good answer. But the meaning is different. When I say, for example, eat, I eat, okay? It can mean both, right? I am eating and I eat. So if you samak, this means I don't eat fish. It's a habit, okay? But if you say أنا مش باكل سمك, this can mean two things. It can mean a habit and it can mean right now. So just let's forget about that for a second. Let's use a different word. I'm trying to use different words to simplify. أنا مش بشرب. أنا ما بشربش. Okay. In the present, you can use both. Mish or the sandwich, okay? Sandwich means ma at the beginning and then sh. So أنا ما باكلش or أنا ما بشربش شاي. This means I don't usually drink tea. Or أنا مش بشرب شاي. This means also that I don't drink tea. Okay? In the past, you would say أنا ما شربتش. So that's the sandwich. We don't say أنا مش شربت. Okay? So in the past, we use the sandwich only. Okay? No mish. In the future, أنا مش هشرب. أنا ما هشربتش. No. So we use both. In the present, we use sandwich. In the past, and we use mish in the future. So yeah, I hope that's easy now. So I want to write this down so you can see maybe. So future, we say mish. Present, we say both. And the past, we use the sandwich. Sandwich, which is ma and then sh. Okay, so if you can see here, future, mish. Present, both. Past, sandwich. Okay, I hope I didn't confuse you. All right, so now we finished verb to be. I'm gonna move to verb to have. Thank you. I understand even a bit better. That's good. That's good. It's something that you just get used to over time when you use the language. You just get used to it. Verb to have is very special in Egyptian Arabic because we don't have a word which means had. We don't have. We have the verb. It's conjugated normally. أنا عندي عندك عنده عندها, the same stuff. But if you would like to say this word in the past, there is no word. So we need some help. We use verb to be. We literally say I was have. Okay? I was have means I had. This is why if you've ever spoken to any Egyptians who are trying to speak to you in English, they would say something like that. I was have, because everybody translates literally when they're, speaking a different language sometimes, unless they're very fluent or good at something. So I was have. أنا كان عندي. هو كان عنده. هي كان عندها. هم كان عندهم. But since to be helps only, it's the same for everybody. So there's no special conjugations. We just say can, أنا كان, هو كان, هي كان. And then we use the have conjugation in the present. So أنا كان عندي. أنت كان عندك. أنتي كان عندك. أنتوا كان عندكوا. هو كان عنده. هي كان عندها. هم كان عندهم. So everybody can, and then the normal have conjugation. In the future, هيكون عندي. So we say هيكون, which is will be. هيكون عندي. انت هيكون عندك. احنا هيكون عندنا. Because the verb, the word عندي doesn't have a form for the future. So كان, كنت, have, the word have only has the present form, okay? So that's why it's special. It needs some help in the past and the future. This help is verb to be, can, or هيكون. So the next video was about MSA versus Egyptian Arabic letter pronunciation. This can be a big topic, so maybe I should skip that. If you have any questions about that, you can ask me right now. Let me just speak about it a little bit. When you learn Arabic letters, okay, then each dialect. So you learn the letters, you learn the book form, okay, and b, t, th. You get the pronunciation that is used in book. You pronounce the letters differently. Let me give you a very simple example. If you've been watching this live stream from the beginning, I mentioned the numbers, and we always replace th, which looks like a boat with 3 dots. It looks like a boat or a smiley face with 3 dots, okay? And this is th, tongue between your teeth. And th. In Egyptian Arabic, we never say th. This is kind of a difficult pronunciation, so we always replace it with something else. So instead of saying thalatha, imagine saying 3, thalatha, thalatha, thalatha. No, we would say talata. So we just took away 1 dot, and it became easier now, I think. Talata. This is why Egyptians have trouble pronouncing th in English.